Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over how I'm currently doing in Game Week 12 and also my transfer plans for Game Week 13. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, how is your Game Week 12 going, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, what seems to be a very lackluster week has still given me a green arrow as of right now. It's a very small green arrow. I think I went from like 1.18 mil to 1.17 mil. I do still have 2 players left to play, and I do have Matheus Nunes coming off the bench, but that is just a 1-pointer, so nothing crazy there. But currently on 36 points with a game week rank of 4.3 million. I did use 2 transfers this week, and those transfers were to get rid of Gabriel and to also get rid of Kudus, and I decided to bring in Mbeumo, and I also decided to bring in Matheus Nunes as well. Didn't really want to play him this week because Newcastle away is quite a tough fixture. Kind of mainly brought him in for the fixtures coming up, which are obviously very nice. You've got Leeds at home, Fulham away, Sunderland at home, Palace away, and West Ham at home. So very happy to own Matheus Nunes for that. He also played 90 against Newcastle as well. So I'm a little bit more, I guess, happier with the minutes that he's getting. Of course, when those midweek fixtures start rolling in for the Prem, then of course there might be a little bit of rotation and stuff, but I'm just a little bit more kind of just happier with how Matheus Nunes is playing and stuff, and he's kind of making that position his own. So hopefully it doesn't get rotated, but we will see. I think there's going to be a lot more rotation on the other side with obviously Aït-Nouri back, even though he'll probably be going to AFCON, but also Nico Riley and obviously Gvardiol can play there as well. I just feel like there's a lot less competition on the other side for Matheus Nunes, but either way, we'll see what happens. But yeah, 36 points, and again, still a few players left to play, but Raya picking up 2 points. Kind of happy that they did kind of concede that goal, because I know a few people do still have double Arsenal defense, so I think that generally helped my rank with no clean sheet there. Even though a lot of people did get rid of Gabriel, a lot of people did just transfer him out for Timber and Saliba, stuff like that. Timber did still pick up an assist, fair enough, but either way, I feel like it still benefited me, them actually conceding a goal there. Lacroix picking up a massive 11 points. Did also have Defcon as well, but that got taken away from him. Munoz did outscore with, I think, like a 14-pointer, but Munoz just gets you that extra attacking kind of potential and stuff, so fair play. But Lacroix did pick up an assist, so I was very happy about that. Senesi picking up 3 points as well. Did pick up I think he got an assist actually, but also got a yellow, which is why he was on 3 points. And then Virgil van Dijk doing what he does best, absolute 3-point merchant. Liverpool just in the bin at the moment. As a Forest fan, couldn't be happier to go to Anfield and batter them 3-0. Should have been 4 as well. I feel like the handball goal was very unfairly ruled out. I understand why there's a little bit of annoyance though, because obviously our first goal stuck, which, you know, was very similar to Van Dijk's goal the game week before, with the kind of like player in front of the goalkeeper obstructing them. We had it, the goal stood. Liverpool had it, the goal didn't stand. They're both goals. It's not that their goal didn't stand, so ours shouldn't. It's our goal should have stood, so should Liverpool's, because the Van Dijk header from a couple weeks ago was just absolutely robbed, and you know, I feel like we can all agree on that. But either way, I feel like it should have been 4-0, but you know, Sean Dyche's Red Army absolutely smashing Liverpool once again. Anyway, moving on, we do have Mbeumo and Dewsbury Hall, who are still yet to play. They both play tonight. Again, the Semenyo injury was a little bit unfortunate. I was kind of expecting him to play, but apparently he missed out because of a mixture of like illness and injury. I feel like he will be back for Sunderland, which is still a tough fixture anyway, but Bournemouth have definitely fell off a little bit, and they did get I think they got a pen as well, so it would have been interesting if Semenyo would have took that or not. But either way, he got 0 points, so obviously Matheus Nunes comes in for him. Saka picking up 4 points, did pick up the Defcons once again. I don't know how that they scored 4 goals and he wasn't involved in any of them, but yeah, I feel like Saka captains were a little bit hard done by, but they did still outscore Haaland, so you know, it is what it is. Like I say, Dewsbury Hall and Mbeumo still yet to play. They both play tonight. I'm hoping for like a 2-2 and both of them score a brace. That would definitely save my game week. And then Haaland captaincy blanked. Did miss a couple of sitters. Did rack up an XG of like 0.9. So I feel like non-Haaland captainers got very lucky. Welbeck, being one of the best transfers I've made this season, I feel like he scored pretty much every game week. Very, very nice 8-pointer from him. Didn't outscore Minte though, which was a bit unfortunate, but yeah, still very happy with the 8 points from Welbeck. And then Mateta getting that pre-60 sub, not ideal. Feel like a few people will be kind of like turning their head, because I think that hat-trick definitely put him in a light that he shouldn't have been in. He's not a very good finisher, in my opinion. I feel like looking at the chances that he misses, it happens a lot. And now that he's potentially getting subbed pre-60, it's just a little bit of a worrying situation. But with the fixtures coming up, like Man United at home, fair enough. But then Burnley away, Fulham away, some nice fixtures coming up. Do you want to get rid of him? That's the question, especially when you've got players like Thiago, who's scoring for fun, even though he also did miss a penalty, but it is what it is. But yeah, 36 points, 37 points, obviously, with Nunez off the bench. And then, of course, Mbeumo, Dewsbury Hall still to play. So if we could get like 50 points this game week, that would be absolutely incredible. But I'm going to have to find something from Mbeumo or Dewsbury Hall. And then on the bench, Dubravka with 2, Nunez with 1, Rodon with 3, and then Paquetá did miss out because of the suspension. But either way, that's how I got on in game week 12. Let's take a look at what my team looks like for, well, my transfers for game week 13. So I have 0.2 mil in the bank and 1 free transfer. And the biggest issues in my team are probably, at this point, Paquetá, Dewsbury Hall, and then maybe Semenyo. I feel like Semenyo is fine, though. I think he's going to be back at the weekend. I don't think this injury-illness combo is going to keep him out for much longer. I think he will be back, so that's fine. So at the back this week, I'm going to be playing Matheus Nunes, probably Virgil van Dijk, even though Liverpool's just not doing great, but it's West Ham, Lacroix and Senesi, so I'll play a back 4 this week. And then in midfield, I'll probably be playing Saka, Semenyo, and Mbeumo. And then up top, I'll be playing Welbeck, Mateta, and Haaland. So I can play a 4-3-3 with 0 transfers. The fixtures aren't ideal. There's a lot of people free hitting this week as well. At least I think there's a lot of people. There's a lot of talk about free hits and stuff on Twitter, but I don't know if that's just a very small sample size. It's just it is a really good week to free hit because you can have triple City, you can have triple Villa. You could have triple, I don't know, just there's players that have got really good fixtures this week that you can definitely attack. But does it warrant me using a free hit? You know, I can field an all-rightish team this week and then save that free hit for later on. Again, depends what happens with Semenyo, because like I said, I've got 1 free transfer and I've got 0.2 mil in the bank. If Semenyo's out again, then I'd probably just do a very easy move of Paquetá to Minte, and I can just do that with the money I have in the bank. But I feel like the fixtures that Brighton have got coming up, they are quite tricky. Like Forest away, we're definitely a lot better now. Villa at home is tough. Fair enough, they've then got West Ham at home, and then they've got Liverpool away, and then Sunderland at home. And then Minte, I do believe will be going off to AFCON. So is it really worth bringing him in? I don't really know. And I mean, I'd keep Paquetá, but the fixtures are just so bad for West Ham coming up. Like, there's no good fixtures coming up for him. I have to get rid of Paquetá. Like, he's the player that... I mean, it's the same as Dewsbury Hall as well. Like, they've both got terrible fixtures, but I think that just kind of like is a transfer that sort of picks himself. So if I do Paquetá to Minte this week, I would have to play... If Semenyo's out, then obviously I'll just play Saka and Mbeumo and Minte. But if Semenyo's back, then obviously I want to play him against Sunderland. So then it suddenly becomes a 4-3-3 to a potential 3-4-3 or a potential 4-4-2. Do I want to bench Mateta against Man United? Probably not. I don't want to bench Welbeck. I'm definitely not benching Haaland. So who gets benched? I'm not sure out of the defenders who I bench. Maybe Lacroix, because I've got Mbeumo playing him, but Lacroix is so good for DEFCON and stuff. So then that becomes an issue in itself. But if I don't do the Paquetá to Minte move this week, Minte's probably going to go up in price, Paquetá's probably going to go down in price, and then I get priced out of that move. So I'm in a very, very bad situation right now. If I had like an extra 0.1, it'd give me a little bit more wiggle room, but I just don't have that. And obviously Paquetá's not getting a price rise, and Minte is probably going to go up again. So that's what I mean. It puts me in a very difficult position. Potentially, I could have gone for Nico O'Reilly instead of Matheus Nunes, and then I wouldn't be in this position. But I just think for the solidity of those extra minutes, that's why I kind of went with him there. Obviously, at the end of the day, I could just get rid of... I could roll this week, and then next week, I just get rid of Mateta, but he's got Burnley away, so I'm not going to do that. So maybe I just roll a couple of weeks and just play 4-3-3 for the foreseeable future, because the week after... I'm definitely going to be playing 4 at the back with Senesi, who's got Everton at home, Lacroix, who's got Burnley away, Van Dijk, who's got Sunderland at home, and then Matheus Nunes, who's got Fulham away. So it might just be a 4-defender situation, because then I can just play 4-3-3, and then after that, is when I would probably get rid of Mateta, when he's got Fulham away, City at home, Leeds away, and that's probably when I start looking at bringing in Thiago, get a little bit of money from that, and then obviously I can invest that elsewhere. And to be fair, I'll need a little bit of money when Gabriel's back as well. It will be Virgil van Dijk to Gabriel though, 100%. Like, I'll be getting rid of him when Gabriel is back. There's no two ways about it, unless Liverpool obviously turn it around, which again, we don't know if that's going to happen. So yeah, that's kind of the situation I'm in. So potentially Minte in this week. If not, if I don't bring in Minte this week, or if I get priced out, I just kind of have to roll. If Semenyo's out though, then I will have to revisit that and maybe think about getting rid of him. But there's just not really anybody else that, or I could just free hit this week as well. I could generally just free hit and then kind of really attack the game week, which again, I wouldn't mind doing, but then I feel like the Mateus Nunes transfer was a little bit silly, because I feel like I would have gone Anderson this week, who got like a 10-pointer, if I didn't bring Mateus Nunes. So yeah, I don't know. A free hit would definitely be viable this week, 100%, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, we'll see what happens like midweek and stuff. Obviously, if there's injuries midweek with European competitions and stuff, then obviously I will have to sort that out. But yeah, free hit could be on the cards. We'll wait and see. I will do a free hit draft. I'll do a wildcard draft this week, all that stuff. But that's going to be everything for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. Leave a comment. What are your transfer plans for the next game week? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.